Yeah, so I said somebody's got to go. Somebody's got to die. If I go, you got to go. You know what I'm saying? Now, 7-year-old Bedouin girl struck by missile, direct consequence of Netanyahu and every fucking cocksucker who planned that fucking embassy outbuilding attack. Okay, way too close. You all fucked up. I ain't gonna say death penalty, but I definitely will say penalty, and I will say public penalty, and I will say public humiliation. I will say parade all you fuckers out there and publicly humiliate you for being fucking assholes. Now, if this chick dies, then you got a murder charge, okay? Premeditated murder. You definitely premeditated it. You definitely knew it was a possible consequence. You knew it was likely consequence. And then so fuck you. You know, unrighteous war. Now you're going down for murder. Okay? If it was a righteous war, it would be warfare, different rules. But it ain't a righteous war. It's not different rules. This is personal fucking rules. This is your personal inclination that you're going out on. And so you're personally responsible. Netanyahu bitch. So 7-year-old Bedouin chick dies, let's say at the exact time that my time expires at the mission, right? And then so that would make fucking sense. If I go, you gotta go. Now somebody has got to die. It's singular, way better than a shitload of people dying. So, it's like, isn't that something? Somebody singular has got to die. If I go, you got to go. And then if that somebody dies exactly when I go, right, that would make sense. It's been happening, like my whole life. It depends on how closely you look, but it's like in retrospect, it's like, yeah, now stupid fucking Jews saying you gotta be in Israel to prophecy or to prophesy, right? Wrong, because what's the Hebrew word for rapper? It's nabi. All right, just like in the Bible, right? So like Isaiah was God's rapper. You know what I'm saying? I hope you know what I'm saying. And so you got rappers who, even unbeknowingly to themselves or unbeknownst to themselves, uh, are prophesying. They're saying God's words. Saying things that will come to pass in the future. They don't even know it. Yeah, Ti is one of them. Ti is one of them, for sure. There's others, 3 Stacks. Fuck yeah. I don't know where he's at. He's been laying low. I'm not really into paying attention to celebrities and shit, but you know, it'd be nice to get some fucking bars from 3 Stacks. It's like, man, but it's gonna be all the sweeter. The hiatus and then all the sweeter, man. You get Big Boy in there too, and you might get some Outcast going on. I don't know. I don't pay attention. Anyway, uh, they're not in Israel. They're fucking saying the future all the time. Balaam and shit. Like, you got prophets from fucking the nations that are allowed to prophesy outside of Israel. What are you guys on fucking saying? Oh, you can't prophesy except for in Israel, you stupid goddamn fucking rabbis. It's like, you guys are fucking delusional. You spun off, you inherited lies from your father, you spun off even more lies, and you passed it down to your son. You guys fucking suck. Okay? Now, stop fucking doing that shit. That's stupid shit. Like, you're trying way too fucking hard. Okay, it's fucking pitiful, you know, and it's also angering, and cause it's wrong. It's wrong. You gotta realize, the stakes. You're dealing with a lot of money here. Okay, you're talking with people's lives and people's eternal destinies and shit. You ain't taking it seriously. You're way too nonchalant. You don't have any fucking discipline, all right? Because you don't have a fucking leader. Okay, you spun off. You're fucking blam blam, fucking everywhere, and the time for that is fucking ended. It's over. There's no more of that shit, and I mean right now, it's fucking over. It is over. That is the truth. Now, it's also scriptures that say that God actually will establish the words of His prophets. All right. In other words, if it's close enough, now it's gonna be like a fucking Hard to hear for most of y'all, but if it's close enough, it's like you and your buddy. You and your buddy. If you show up at the store, right, and you really got in mind that you want this particular thing in the store, it's, ice cream sandwich or something, right? But normally you get, I don't know, a donut and a popsicle or something, right? So then, if uh if your buddy goes into the store and just automatically gets you a donut and a popsicle, right, without asking you or nothing, like you might be a little bit disappointed because you really wanted an ice cream sandwich, but it's your buddy. He got bigger things going on. I mean, matter of fact, we're just taking a 15er before we show up at the next job site. So, is it time to raise that issue? No, no. You just say, hey man, thanks. That's sweet. I'm glad you remembered. That's awesome. Sweet, sweet. I really wanted an ice cream sandwich though. We got to hit the next job. Yeah, yeah. Take a rip. Take a rip. It's over. It's over. Let's go. We got measurements to take. We got to go fucking get materials and shit. Uh, and and so if you're close enough, it's like mind your own business. This is between God and I. Close enough. It's like mind your own business. Y'all gotta a lot of fucking steps to take before you can begin to realize, and I mean that is and realize, like, bring into reality some of the things I'm saying right now. Years, but everybody's at their own pace. It's not competition, but sort of. I mean, it is, but it's not really a competition. It's like you're not trying to best somebody else. You're trying to best yourself. Competition against yourself. Anyway, so 7-year-old Bedouin chick dies. At the same time, did I get kicked out? Maybe before, I don't know. Maybe a little bit after. Shoot, I don't know. But if that happens, and then it's like that blood is definitely on Netanyahu and his fucking cohort of fucking Zionist pricks. And so then you got a murder charge. So then, rather than just public humiliation or whatever, then you got literal like public executions and shit, right? And it could go that route. There's a lot of things. The law provides for more than one option to deal with damn near everything. And so it's a matter of discretion and wisdom. And what else is new? That saw the future before your eyes, and then it's like just the beginning. It's like pay fucking attention. You like be glad that only one person died, right? And then it goes as far as destroying the nations that come against Israel. Well, it's like it's not Israel. Fucking Zionist, fucking stupid, fucking. He doesn't give a shit. You come against fucking the state of Israel. God doesn't give a. I mean, he's down for that shit right now. You gotta have pure hearts, right? Because you're gonna get fucked up by God for any impurities that you're offering, right? If you're killing people for the wrong reasons, he might fuck you up. If you have the right reasons in mind, he might let it slide. You know, given the place you're at, the state of the world and everything, you might just let it slide. But that's only if you have the right reasons. And, it's an individual thing. It's also a corporate thing. And uh, let's see, yeah, destroy. So it's like that fucking nation doesn't represent God. They say they do, and so they're gonna be punished as though they do, but they don't. And it's good that the missile slingers are they realize that. That's good. It's a good thing that's forefront of the world stage and everything right now. Fucking tremendous. Uh, and then so it goes to when it clicks over. When it clicks over, you better understand it's under new management. It's a different thing. It's going to take some time. I understand it's going to take time. You built up all this momentum, hatred and whatever momentum, and it's righteous. A lot of it. There's some unrighteousness in there too. You got to get that in check because violence and stuff is not something to do unrighteously. Like you can do a bunch of things unrighteously. Like draw a fucking picture, write a poem, or write a story, or you can go smash something, you can build something. Like you can do a bunch of things unrighteously, but one of the things you don't want to do unrighteously, right? You build a cabinet unrighteously. You don't want to go fucking kill people unrighteously. You don't want to use violence unrighteously. You got to make sure it's 100%. Your case is solid before you use violence. Includes the threat of violence, because the threat of violence, ideally should just immediately go to violence. They should have it, it's like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. It's like, oh really? Well, here's my gun. So are you still gonna kill me? Because if you are, then I'm just gonna squeeze the trigger. It's like imminent fucking threat. Yeah, and so definitely important. Be ready to die before you threaten people, but also you make sure that you're not doing shit that's out of the bounds. You're not threatening people. This is years down the fucking line. You got to start someplace else. You do simpler stuff, man. You don't need to be threatening people. You need to be nice to people. It's good general advice. Be nice to people. Go seek good things that you can reward people for and compliment them on and stuff. Okay. You're gonna seek out good things. This is purposefully toward the beginning of the stages of development. You're gonna seek out good things. You're gonna focus on good things. You're gonna learn how to recognize good things. At the same time, you're gonna learn how to recognize some bad things, but it's in stages. So you're gonna go good things for some weeks, and then you're gonna go bad things. Maybe one day, and then some good things, and then a bad thing. And you're not gonna be overloaded, but you're gonna be expected to learn to tell the difference between a good thing and a bad thing. You can put some time into that. Put a few years into it, and then you're gonna know enough good things and bad things to be able to approach God in a way that He can respect, and then He will reward. But you got to put the time in. Everything's written down, but it ain't straightforward. It ain't a 1, 2, 3 thing spelled out, because that would allow retards to come in, and we don't want retards. We want people that are capable of interfacing with the Most High and following directions and really just winning at everything. But if you don't have the ability to do that, then basically, your purpose is to be taken care of by those who can. Everybody's got a purpose. Some people's purpose is to be taken care of. Your purpose might be taken care of, and then you just walk down the fucking sidewalk, and you don't really have a job. Everything's taken care of. You just walk down the sidewalk and look for people who are dressed nice. So, oh, you're dressed nice. That's a good public service. Down syndrome guy walks around and compliments everybody who dresses nice. You put that on your newspaper article about it, twice a year or something like that. Update on Jimmy. How's Jimmy doing? Oh, Jimmy's doing good. He got a new suit, and blah 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 blah. And this person, da 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 da. It's like you could have fun with it, but I digress. Mainly we're just talking like how twisted fucking everybody is, and it's like you're taking a bunch of stuff for granted without going and doing your research and proving it, and that's gotten you in a bunch of shit. And because I know you're in a bunch of shit, but you don't know you're in a bunch of shit because I'm telling you you're in a bunch of shit, and repent for being in a bunch of shit and for continually going back to this shit, then having accomplished all that, I have the authority to curse you, motherfucker, for ignoring me. I have the authority to fucking bless you if you fucking heed my advice. That's the first time I've fucking done that. But, it's like, because I don't want to throw out the too many blessings. It work against blessings and curses, and it gets fucking complicated. And so, blessing only, you heed my advice in its entirety. What I mean by that is that you have to do the best that you can. So, extra time, you're gonna listen to one of my videos. You're gonna think about it. You're gonna go open the Bible. You're gonna study. You're gonna see that what I'm saying is legit, or you're gonna come up with reasons why it's not legit. Then you're gonna get back to me with the reasons, and you're gonna say, "Hey, man, totally can't be legit because of this." And I'll say, "Hey, man, good point. Never thought of it like that. Except for check that out." So, I mean, you just learned something. I just learned something. You're pretty smart. It's just a matter of being exposed and repetition. It's like you're gonna get me though. I hope you're gonna get me. You didn't get me this time. I hope you're gonna get me. Okay, keep trying. I want you to fucking get me. Fucking get me. Convict me of something. Fucking please. Shit. You know. Teach me something that's gonna help me. Please. Fuck. But don't give me empty bullshit and fucking just repetitious garbage. Don't give me that shit. Give me something original. Give me something that God gave you to give me. And don't give me anything that God gave you to give you. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's rules. You got to keep what is yours. You got to, sow your seed, but only your extra seed. You don't sow all your seed. You run out of seed and then you go hungry. And yeah, I mean, I could just go on and go to the next thing and to the next thing and fuck, man. But it's gonna work out. It's gonna work out in the exact timing it's supposed to work out in, and maybe it'll get miraculous and shit. But more likely than not, it's gonna stay real, deniable, and it's just gonna be normal shit going on. That's way people can justify it to themselves and put themselves into delusion. And I mean, it's like if you want delusion, you get delusion. It's one thing about the people going fucking crazy right now. Like 1/3 fucking leave Israel. That's what I want. We get 1/3. It's time for the fucking invasion, man, because half of whoever's left is gonna get fucked up.